So I watched Mexico and USA national team play these past two friendlies, and the results were shocking. USA played bad, really bad compared to Mexico. They actually surprised me. They actually played really well. Thing is, it comes to the World Cup, it's going to be a different story, right? But it should be the opposite, really. USA should have performed way better than Mexico. And the reason why USA should perform better than Mexico is because the talent. The talent in USA, most of them play in Europe. When it comes to the Dutch league, English league, Italian league, German league, there's so many of them. On paper, they should have a good squad at least. They have a lot of options. Compared to Mexico, they don't. Most of them play in Liga Mexicana. Most of our players are injured. Our star players are super injured right now. We are in a crisis mode. We're on life support right now. But I'm going to show you guys what's the difference between the USA and Mexico transfer policy. In Mexico, they're like Smeagol, man. They're like my precious. They when it comes to talent, they don't want to let them go, dude. They're so power hungry, man. The thing is, it all depends on the club you play. If you play for Pachuca, good luck, buddy. You ain't gonna play for Europe because nobody's gonna splash that cash what they are demanding if they're gonna sell their top player. That's the problem. And that's the main issue. This is why Mexico national team will never perform well in the World Cup or even win one, is because the clubs that actually form the federation, that actually controls it, now they're power hungry. They just care about business. They just care about the money. They only care about this. Compared to USA, their transfer policy is a little bit more, let's just say, flexible. Way too flexible, actually. They send their talent for cheap. And guess what happens? They flourish. They flourish. And I'm going to tell you this. Mexico, in my opinion, has way better talent, young talent, than USA. Problem is, they don't get the opportunity to play because it's a corrupt system over there in Mexico. Like, you need to pay the coach just to debut. Compared to USA, if you're actually good, they'll debut you. That's where USA wins. When it comes to the two games, though, Mexico surprised me, actually. I thought when they played with Portugal, they're going to get trashed. Just like with USA going against Belgium, they got trashed 5-2, but Mexico didn't. Thank God they're all ties, but Mexico actually showed character. They actually showed that they do care, because in the past couple games, I was like, oh, man, I don't think they're going to make it. But I was glad I was wrong that they actually tried their best. Like, I was shocked how Hormiga played. He's a forward from Chivas. He actually had a chance to score in Portugal game. And I'm like, man, this guy, he reminds me of Chicharito. Like, this guy has a future, man. Hopefully he gets called up for the squad. But that's what I saw from Mexico. They actually tried, but one thing I do have to critique is that they always dwindle in the second half for some reason. Like, they don't have the confidence anymore. They need to work on that. Compared to USA, I mean, they got trashed by Belgium 5-2. At this point, man, they're not even trying. They need a lot of work, man. I feel like Turner was the only one that was actually trying to play well. The rest of the team were just caca. You know what I mean? Compared to the Portugal. And they played with Portugal, where it was pretty bad. They had no identity. They don't have one, guys. Unfortunately, USA does not have an identity. And hopefully they fix that, because they have a great coach. They got the players. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's going on right now? Is it the team just don't have any faith on the coach? Is that what it is? They don't like how he trains? Because sometimes you get a lot of divas out there, you know? I don't know. But they need to work on this, because the World Cup is coming up soon. Very soon. And we need both teams to actually perform well and represent the American continent, North America, right? And I want Mexico and USA to actually advance, obviously, as far as they can. I don't want them to get eliminated by the group stages, but how I see it at this point, USA is going to have a tough time in the World Cup compared to Mexico.